Dak Prescott sounds like a Cowboys quarterback. That would be sick.
Yeah.
That season makes me happy and
What is
sad.
that though? What makes okay? So what if we had AI generate a Cowboys quarterback name? What do you think it would?
Roger Staubach.
Well, let's just do it.
No,
What do you do? How do you even AI?
You're asking me?
How do
They
you?
should have a
AI?
quarterback named West.
Like first name West?
I'm wondering,
West
wonder-
Miller.
that would actually
Make up a
That's like-
name for a Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
that'd be like a pro wrestler.
Wait, make a name for a Dallas Cowboys quarterback that just barely misses the Hall of Fame.
That's so specific.
It'll do it. It'll figure it out.
Should I put just barely?
Yeah, that just barely misses the Hall of Fame. Because that's what Romo is. That's what Dak is going to be. I unironically got excited when they got Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Tyler Iron Arm McAllister.
Iron Arm.
Wait,
dude,
wait,
no
wait.
way.
Can I do a voice for this? Well, Jim, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. Retiring this year from Dallas. It was Tyler Iron Arm McAllister. Remember him? Yeah, he played with grit and racked up some solid stats and had a few standout seasons, but just never quite hit the sustained greatness needed for Canton. He was a beloved figure in Dallas, but when it came down to the voters, he was always just a hair shy. What do you think?
I thought we were gonna do you should have done like the Tony Romo. Oh, I don't know, Jim.
Yeah.
That.
Ask him what his stats were. What were his stats, season by season?
Tyler McAllister is a backup name.
Yeah, let's get his full career stats. 6'4", 230.
Wow. Okay.
First
Does
round
this guy just this guy makes the Hall of Fame immediately? Look at that. Hang on.
165 games started itself is
Wait.
fucking-
Let me
That's 10 years.
Who is the Mendoza line for quarterbacks in the Hall? Like who's the baseline? I don't want to say Troy Aikman, but is it Troy Aikman?
In the Hall of Fame.
If you're better than Troy Aikman, you automatically get in.
Is it
No,
Eli?
there's got to be guys that are low.
It might be Eli.
Nah, there's probably fellas that are in
Eli
black and white
is
that
better
are-
than Aikman.
I don't know. Eli's one of those guys who
I'm a
the
Cowboys fan.
accolades and the statistics are there, but the eye test the whole time was kind of yeah, I don't know.
Bro had 36 touchdowns in 2015.
Well, hang on. Hang on.
Oh,
He had 1,000 rushing yards though.
Who would it be? Not Carson Palmer. Would it be Big Ben? Would he be the benchmark? If you're better than Big Ben, you're in.
No, I think Ben's better than
Would
quite
it
a
be
few
Eli?
quarterbacks in there.
Who's another guy that's around Eli? Phil Simms.
Phil Simms.
Yeah, I can
Fucking-
see Phil Simms.
I don't know if he's in the Hall. Kurt Warner, maybe.
I don't know. Kurt Warner, he was he had the short career with a high peak, so he's hard to compare. I feel like.
Wait, hang on. I'm looking up career passing statistics.
Well, I guess it wasn't that short. He was still he had that run with the Cardinals.
He
All
had
right,
7
so-
postseason interceptions. That ain't
Hang on
good.
a second. So if you got this guy has go all the way up again real
On
quick.
9 games.
He's got go all the way up real quick.
Hold on, let me pull that up. Okay, there we go. Where are we going?
Right there. Okay, so he has 53,000 passing yards. So he has more passing yards than Elway, right?
Yeah.
Wait, he got 53,000 yards in 179 games played. Only 165 started. 165 started is basically 10 seasons as a starter. He was hitting near 5,000 yards most seasons.
Yeah.
dude.
That's
why they call
the
him
total
Iron Arm.
touchdowns. 330. He's just
Regular
literally
season touchdowns.
he cuts right up above John Elway again. Did they just give us a guy that's slightly better than John Elway?
I feel like 202.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of interceptions.
His touchdown to interception ratio leaves him to be. That's why they called him Iron Arm, dude.
You guys are not going to believe this, but what his passer rating is the exact same passer rating as Joe Montana. 92.3. What is the interceptions? 220?
202.
202. 202 picks. That is Drew Bledsoe.
There's
Yeah.
a good pick for the baseline.
Yeah, bro, he had a good. They got the NFC Championship game in 2001.
They lost to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. What is his awards and honors?
4-time
Pro
Pro
Bowls.
Bowls.
Only 4 Pro Bowls is kind of
Okay, the NFL passing leader thing. Oh, I guess that. So somebody else must have been getting 5,000 yards every year against him.
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys. What is this? Rookie year of the Cowboys. Legacy. There's no way. No, that guy makes the Hall of Fame. It was 53,900 yards.
Yeah, I would think he would make the.
In how many seasons? 14?
14-year career.
But he never got a
started 10
ring.
of them.
He never got a ring.
So let's call that 54.
That's the problem. This is right here. This is the issue. He did not get a Super Bowl ring.
So
Yeah.
he's averaging 3,900 yards a season. If he threw 53,000 yards, no, I don't. Oh fuck!
It was it was the Super Bowl ring, and it was the
4 Pro
inconsistency in the
Bowls.
playoff. It was this postseason.
An one All Pro is more than what Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, and Eli Manning have.
Second team All Pro. You know what I mean?
Oh, a second team. Never mind.
But
4 Pro Bowls.
You gotta give him credit though.
4
You gotta
Pro
give
Bowls,
Iron Arm
1
the credit.
All-Pro.
You gotta credit Iron Arm where credit is due.
Maybe he does just barely miss out, but I don't know, man. He's got better stats than Elway, but no Super Bowl.
He
So
went to Texas. What?
I couldn't see McAllister getting in.
This
yeah,
was
I don't
4th
think he gets in.
overall pick out of Texas for the Cowboys.
2000. That means we picked him instead of fucking DeMarcus Ware. I would fucking move to Canada and root for the Jets.
Yeah, but you guys almost you got a
His
championship
hype
game
must
out of
have
it.
been through the roof, man.
Yeah, that would be like if Dallas drafted fucking Colt McCoy, and then he didn't get hurt. Colt McCoy was
legend.
He got hurt in the fucking championship game. That's what fucked him.
Hold on, let me see how deep this really goes.
I just watched the 2006 Rose Bowl.
Oh shit! Yep.
Vince Young versus Reggie Bush. Dude, Reggie Bush, though. Fuck. Walk us through his 2011. NFC champion.
I wonder if it's gonna give me every play of the game if first quarter kickoff. Like, no way, dude.
Fakes a handoff to DeMarco Murray.
Jason Witten, 7-yard gain. Miles Austin. Dude, this is crazy. Bro, we could do a whole separate podcast just doing these.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah, they'll make you think that
Aaron
this
Rodgers.
is putting someone out of a job
Dude,
somehow.
11 is the year that Green Bay won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2010, 2011. Under pressure, steps up, 25-yard bullet to Bryant. Look at that. What a dagger right there that one was.
Darts.
14-6 at the half. Packers surging back. Jordy Nelson on a 60-yarder.
Screen pass to DeMarco Murray. That's not very accurate.
Well, they were trying to throw him off. Tie game at the end of the third.
This is McAllister's moment.
Yeah. I can see him right now, dude, licking his hands.
The
up to the line.
moment is an interception in the end zone.
That is the moment, dude. That's crazy.
I knew that's what it was gonna be. Man, why do you do this to me, dude?
Damn, that's tough.
Granted, I did ask. For
Well, He didn't
wait,
need to call. If he didn't call the audible, I
wait.
think it
Can
would've
you
changed.
can you do another
Hold on,
ask
we got the
anything?
legacy of the game.
Can you do another ask anything? I want a different one. I want a different guy.
You want another guy?
I want a hypothetical on a real guy.
Okay.
I want what if the Detroit Pistons drafted Carmelo Anthony instead of Darko?